The Hilton sale is on. Now through September 29th, you can save up to 20% on stays this fall and beyond. Long weekends, last-minute getaways, holiday gatherings. There's a Hilton stay for all of them. More moments, more experiences, more destinations. Now 20% off for a limited time because it matters where you stay. Don't wait. Book by September 29th and save up to 20% at Hilton.com. Terms apply. Hilton for the stay.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contrast. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This podcast is supported by FX's English Teacher. Last year's critically acclaimed series returns to follow Evan, Gwen, and Marky as they vie for their students' divided attention. See why Cosmopolitan called its premiere season a masterclass of comedy, while Glamour raved it's the year's funniest and most heartwarming new comedy series. FX's English Teacher returns September 25th on FX. All episodes streaming on Hulu.
Well, there's a party each and every year on Christmas Eve, where the fun and cocktail shrimp don't seem to end. Clark and Ralphie taking turns on the TV screen, laughing, singing, yelling with all of our friends. Well, it's Christmas, and everybody's gonna spread the holiday cheer, 'cause it's Christmas. Whoa, oh, it's the best time of the year. Let's go bake great.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Matt.
So you had us watch Lizzie McGuire. Lizzie
Yeah.
McGuire, Season 2, Episode 20, Xtreme Xmas.
Yeah.
So I have like a weird confession to make, which is like I have watched all of Lizzie McGuire,
Okay.
but I watched it during the pandemic. During the pandemic, when I was like just stuck at home, I would just pick a random Disney show
Yeah.
and throw it on in the background while I worked.
You got really inspired by Quentin reviews, and you were going to put out like a 10-hour retrospective look at
No,
Lizzie
it was just like,
McGuire.
what is
What
something
is
that's
Zoog Disney?
yeah, like what's something that's just like background music,
Yeah.
that like background noise that I don't have to pay attention to, that's episodic. And like Disney Plus had just come out, so all of a sudden it was like, oh, I have all of Even Stevens and all of Lizzie McGuire and all of these shows that like I kind of missed because I was in high school, but everybody loves them. So it was like, while I worked, like Lizzie McGuire, Hannah Montana, Even Stevens, like all those were on in the background.
So were you sitting there and you were like, I don't get it.
Yeah, for some of it. I mean, Even Stevens is incredible.
Oh, Even Stevens rules.
is a really good show.
Yeah.
Lizzie McGuire, I didn't hate when I was watching it, but watching this last night, I texted you and I was like, I don't have ADHD, but I think that this is what it's like for people who do have ADHD, because it was so manic. It was the most manic shit I've ever seen in my life. And it starts right out the gate with just like, there's just exposition for the first 3 minutes of them in a Christmas line walking us through what the plot beats are going to be for the next 15 minutes.
And the cuts are like Family Guy for kids.
Yeah.
It's gonna cut. It's gonna cut to something else happening. It
is. And I guess my issue is like, part of my brain remembers the cartoon version of Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the cuts should just be to the cartoon character. Like,
I agree.
It breaks the reality of the world when you see the super goofy shit happening.
Like the biker Santa.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm fine with a show that's like a little abstract. You know what I mean? Like, we love Community around here, and like Community like dances in that world. But I feel like the problem with a lot of these Disney shows is that they both want they want it to be realistic and relatable, and they also want to do irreverent humor, and it's like you have to choose one.
You gotta pick one. You've gotta pick one, or you've gotta shift your tone. Like
you gotta shift the tone.
There's a certain tone where you can get away with both, and I think that's the thing with Community is the way that show works.
Because it's so goofy, but will still like gut punch you with really emotional moments.
Exactly. Lizzie McGuire to me, and again, I broke your heart last night when I texted you and said, "Hey man, I was 10 when this came out."
I first I said I was a senior in high school, but I remembered that was incorrect. I was a junior in high school, and the only reason I remember that is because the band that I was in played a house party one time, and Lizzie McGuire was on the TV during the house party, like with the volume off, but someone just threw on Disney Channel as like background noise, and we were performing in front of a television with Lizzie McGuire playing on it.
You want to know what my favorite part of that story is, Matt? Is because I know what you throw on in the background of parties.
I know. I throw on Pink Flamingos and horror movies.
And someone else put on Disney Channel and Lizzie McGuire. And I love the balance of good and the chaos that you bring to parties as well.
I love it. Listen, I learned a long time ago that no matter what people like, they do enjoy being taken aback by something they never 100%, knew existed.
100%.
You know what I mean? And that's like, for me, it's like, oh, we're having a Halloween party. Let me make a compilation of some of the craziest movie trailers that people have ever fucking seen, where they're just like, that's a real movie? There's really a movie called The Night Evelyn Came Out of Her Grave?
I wonder what happens.
But yeah, I mean,
sit back and watch. Shut up.
Now, as much as I'm complaining about the insane pacing that is Lizzie McGuire, this was like an easy breezy watch. Like 100%. I was not checking the time. I think the only time I checked the time was just to clock how where I was already getting exhausted by the pacing, and it was 7 minutes in.
See, we were less than 2 minutes where Teddy looked at me and goes, "This is the most overstimulating thing I've ever seen." It's because the beginning, even though you're even getting that plot dump, there is constant sound effects happening. Like whoop whoop whoop, meow meow meow. Like it's constantly happening. Flashback, sound effects up. Cut to cartoon Lizzie, sound effects happening. Like it's fucking it's absolutely insane. And it's things that I didn't notice as a kid. Like I was just like, yeah, cool. Steven Tyler Santa, let's go. Like what's gonna happen next?
I wrote it just a little too early, but I had written, I appreciate that they're just like not acknowledging that Santa is Steven Tyler at some point in my notes.
You jumped the gun.
I did. I did get a good laugh, or very early on. I don't remember any fucking characters' names besides Lizzie and Gordy, but we get this like jazzy little Christmas song, and the first person walks up to Biker Santa, Steven Santa, and he hands him something, and he just goes, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum, and he goes, wait, that's pirates, but pirates have beards.
He
so
was
does
like
Santa.
the gross asshole minkus of Lizzie McGuire.
Gotcha. Well, either way, he gets
like
a good
every
line.
Episode.
That line made me chuckle. And then it's just this movie.
Show 20 minutes.
This show 20 minutes. The basic conceit of this episode is that Lizzie
set it up.
wants to make this amazing rock and roll Christmas float for the Christmas parade. And no one's willing to help her because they're too busy helping their fellow man understand the true meaning of Christmas.
Yes, hold on. Okay. Back up. All right. So Lizzie enters this float contest, this parade contest, that apparently a bunch of kids from school have entered as well. And Gordo is going to help Lizzie do this thing. And we meet the elf, Bumble, whatever the fuck. And
I think it's Nimble,
something like that. She has already asked her family for help. Her family is there helping her. And they end up meeting this elf as well, who is also in the garage, like, while they're building these floats. I don't know why. I mean, because it's supposed to be Santa's actual elf is what they're trying to hint us at. But her parents show up to help Lizzie have a quick conversation, and 3 minutes later say, we're going to go take lunch, and leave for 6 hours. This entire show is supposed to make you feel bad and, like, be like, oh, they're right. Lizzie should be going to help them instead of worrying about her float. Fuck you, dude. You guys all agreed to come help me. Like, what are you talking about? Eventually,
I see it from both sides. I do.
Eventually, I see it from both sides. I'm fucking pissed that you came to help me build this float, and 3 minutes later, you're leaving to go get lunch with this random stranger.
I think the problem that the problem with the balance is that Lizzie simultaneously, while being in the right, comes off as entitled the entire fucking time about this float. So it's like, even though you're in the right, you're very, like, there are times where I am around children in my life where even if the kid is right, the shittiness in which they're proving that they're right makes me so
cheer
angry.
For the other people.
Yeah, like, kind of to, like, just to, like, a certain extent where it's like,
I don't know. I didn't really like Nimble.
Like, oh, I didn't like Nimble that much either. But, like,
fuck that guy.
I just mean, like, let's the other issue that I have with this particular episode of Lizzie McGuire, which I feel like a million other shows have done way better, is that they try to juggle like 14 different Christmas homages simultaneously, and it feels clunky, as opposed to, again, if a show like Community tried to do a thing that like referenced the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer animated series or animated show, the Scrooge story, and like Miracle on 34th Street, it would feel like seamless and like it made a lot of sense, like like that it all came together well. And this just feels like fucking throwing references on the wall and hoping that it works.
Are you troubled by trying to find a great movie podcast to listen to?
Do you experience a love for monster movies, from the classic Universal era to the modern creature features?
Have you or your family ever watched episodes of Elvira, Monster Vision, or Svengoolie?
If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Open up your podcatcher and search for the professionals. The Monster Rally Podcast.
Our hilarious and asinine hosts have an ever-growing library of episodes for you to listen to 24 hours a day to serve all your monster movie needs.
We'll talk about it.
But yeah, so the elf is supposed to be your Miracle on 34th Street Santa Claus, because he lives in a retirement home. He comes off as needy for sure. But like, they go to visit, because the situation is that he's like, hey, if you're going to get lunch, let's go to my retirement home. And then they're like, oh, this homeboy has no heat.
Yeah.
Has fucking no running water. Like, his life is in shambles.
But why were they going to get lunch? They just got there.
Well, wait, you've never done that before? I've definitely been like, hey, I know you've been like burning the midnight oil on this thing. I'm here with the supplies. I haven't eaten yet. Let me go get food, and then I'll come back. And I think that Nimble just like bogarted their time at that point.
Like, that's fucked up. That's her family. Like, her parents and her brother. She's like in middle school. She's 10 in this.
To be fair, she also did just steal a bunch of her brother's shit to give to Santa because it annoyed her. So it's not like we're talking about an angel.
Don't whataboutism this. That's not what I'm talking about.
As the brother would be like, fuck off. You build your own goddamn float when I get my spinny hat back or whatever.
Yeah.
My siren hat back.
I do just want to bring it back. The next episode is Lizzie is 11. Meaning that she's 10 years old in this.
Well, that's also...
Why is she out at a float building it by herself to begin with?
That's also a Disney issue where it's like, the fact that she's 10, that means she's in 4th grade.
Yes.
That's psychotic. Like, just make her a fucking high schooler. Yeah. A, she's played by a high schooler. B, none of this makes goddamn sense for a fourth grader. Why are a bunch of fourth graders entering their own individual
like, am I going
floats
crazy? Like, it's the next episode is titled Lizzie's 11. I didn't watch it, but I have to assume that that's a major plot point.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna. I think we do. This does require some research.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
Now that I've just pieced together, because I live with a 10-year-old and he's going into 5th grade. Like, that does not make sense to me. Premise.
Oh, I'm wrong.
No, it says the series follows a 13-year-old girl facing the personal and social issues of adolescence. So she's a middle schooler.
Do you know what the next episode's actually about?
Is it that... I want to find. So do you want to know the stupid thing that I was thinking? Is that she's. Oh no. Lizzie tries to get all 11 of her pictures in the school yearbook, but it would not be easy with Kate as the editor.
So she's not
Lizzie's family and friends. No.
I do want to back up though. Hold on. I think my point still stands.
I also, while you're catching your breath, I also still don't think that there's a world where middle schoolers are allowed to individually submit floats to the parade.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's still 13. My point still stands. I don't care that she's not 10 years old. 13 or 14-year-old? Why is she there by herself doing this?
Yeah, no, that shit doesn't make any sense.
That is a fucking horrible thing to do to your kid. I understand that for the betterment of man, they want to go fix this plumbing and shit like that. But, like, there was no accounting for the feelings of this person that you literally abandoned.
Yeah. And it makes more sense.
No one is sitting there going, Lizzie, it's okay. We'll take care of this. Or like, no one is.
So let me ask you this question.
Well, she's not being a cunt to anybody else.
No,
like she's not being mean to anyone else. She's literally the only time we see her being catty are those cutaways.
Yeah. Let me reframe it.
Go for it.
I think that this episode is more successful if it's not that this 13-year-old is left alone in a warehouse to build a float.
Yeah.
But that she is stuck with her family. Like, take us on the lunch. Like, hey, Lizzie, here's the supplies. Let's get lunch together and come back.
There you go.
And then the elf, they like get sucked into the elf sap story, and they're like, Lizzie, we'll get back to the float, but we got it. And the thing is that
then
she's
you can have
with
Lizzie
the
being
family
Yep.
and is so focused on, I need to go back and work on the float, and is ignoring the fact that they separate them is like so weird.
It's so weird. And it is, because the only people that know Lizzie is kind of being a jerk about this is us.
Us, the audience.
Like, we're the
and
only
the elf.
ones.
The elf is aware.
Yeah, the elf is aware as well. Also, why are these the only people that can fix the plumbing in this house?
Well, they do. He says, hey, everybody's on holiday break, so there's no plumbers to come. And they're just like, well, I think we could figure this out. Like, don't listen.
No.
I didn't like this. I'm never going to rewatch this. But I have been in those You've never been in a circumstance where someone's talking about an issue at their house with their friends, and someone's like, I bet I could fix that.
It's
and
not
they just
their
like go
house.
and fix that.
It's a business. It's not a house. It's a retirement home. Like, it's a business.
Well, I think they're just fixing it for his apartment. I don't think they're fixing it for the whole retirement home. I think his apartment's the issue, and they're like, let's go fix it.
I want to get in contact with the landlord of this home.
Yeah.
And beat the shit out of him. Like, this is a horrible thing for them to do.
This is not great. You know what's also not great?
What?
The end of this episode when Steven Tyler performs the absolute worst version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town I think I've ever heard in my entire... Like, it doesn't even feel like he is on beat. It feels like they had him on this thing, and they're like, Steven, we're running late. You get one take on this bad boy.
This was so weird to me as a kid. Like, just why? Why? Why
also,
is Steven Tyler here?
Do we even still care about Steven Tyler by 2003?
2003? No.
Like,
which is wild because a couple years later he had a cameo in that movie Be Cool.
Yeah. I feel like he makes more sense for the audience that's watching Be Cool.
Well, 100%. But what I'm saying is, like, why is this our go-to?
Let me look. I'm curious. What
so they
was
did bring in
Aerosmith's
Aaron
single?
Carter for the last Christmas episode. For the Christmas episode before this.
You know,
he was much more relevant.
Barb thinks Nick Carter murdered his brother.
Really?
Yeah, at this point,
can you leave that in? Because I also called Lizzie McGuire the C word, and I feel really bad about it.
I mean, I was gonna cut when you did that, but that's fine. I can leave that in.
Take that out. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. No. So the last hit, Aerosmith ever had was in 2001.
Okay.
Do you remember what song that was?
The last album.
No, not their last album. Do you remember what their last big hit was? It was on the album Just Press Play. It was a top 10 U.S. hit.
2001?
2001. I bet you if I even clicked the audio sample in Wiki, you still couldn't name this song.
I bet I couldn't either. Yeah. Jaded.
Yeah, it's Jaded. I didn't think that the audio clip would literally start with them saying the word Jaded. That kind of gave it away. But, I mean, dude, listen to this drop-off, though. Jaded peaks at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. The next single that they release, Fly Away From Here, peaks at 103 on the Billboard music charts. And then they have never been on the Hot 100 since.
That's what it is. Honking on a Bobo.
Honking on a Bobo. Their last album that they put out, I believe, was Music from Another Dimension in 2012.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it. I remember when that album dropped, but I never listened to it.
And little did we know at that time that would be their last album.
I mean, I think we knew. I mean, come on, man.
Listen, according to Wikipedia, they still have not written final album. They said Music from Another Dimension is the 15th and most recent album from the rock band Aerosmith. So Wikipedia is still hanging on to hope.
Like, yeah, I guess he could put out another album. Steven Tyler's only 77.
Yeah, they had to end their farewell tour because he lost his voice entirely. So I don't think that he's singing any more songs. But sense. All right, so
politics.
Let's not even dive into that because I'm sure it's not a good. I'm sure there's nothing good to be found in Steven Tyler's politics page on Wikipedia.
No, there's not. I'm closing that. All right, back to Lizzie McGuire.
Back to Lizzie McGuire. But yeah, I mean, this was fine. It's you and I talked about this, like more Disney and Nickelodeon stuff. I think we need to dabble into because there is, even with something like this that is so just aggressively overstimulating, it still was like cozy. Like it still had that 90s sitcom feeling to it that I think just brings comfort. I mean, Dylan, I think one of the weird things that I realized very recently, we have like barely scratched the surface on so many sitcoms. Oh, yeah. Like even as I was thinking about, I'm like, we've done one Boy Meets World Christmas episode.
That's wild to me.
Like, you know what I mean? Because like we love that show.
Because I know. And you know what stops me? Is I'm like, I always talk about how much I love that show. Maybe we should do something different. But we never had covered those. We never have. So we need to get into it. And that's kind of something I included as we were watching it, of us getting deeper into these Disney sitcoms, the early ones and the later ones. Because
and listen, just for us on our own work level, it is so much easier to watch 2 or 3 sitcom Christmas episodes sometimes than just one Christmas movie.
It's true.
Especially when it's like April. But hey, Dylan.
Yeah.
It's time now, baby.
Dude, we're locking in. Like, that was the thing. Seeing the Christmas decorations in this. Woo! We are full steam ahead, dude.
It's about to get fucking spooky in here. And then it's about to get real fucking Christmassy.
So to, again, little peek behind the curtain, when we're recording this, I just saw that the local Spirit Halloween reopens today.
Ooh, well, I
Yeah.
hope you go and enjoy that. I'm making us watch one more super Christmassy thing, but not really, next week. And then we're diving into the Halloween holiday fun.
I love
and then
it.
it's like Christmas.
Then it's Christmas! Taking pennies off a decorate your Christmas tree.
Is that just going to be your sign off now?
Now we won't stop till the big ball drops on New Year's. Have a happy holiday. Have a great holiday. Have a merry happy holiday.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.